I am currently completely surrounded by all of the memorabilia that I own. I am completely ripping this idea off from Santi. I saw earlier today that he posted a video, again, just showing off everything wrestling related that he owns. Originally, we were supposed to film a video together, Marvin and I, but unfortunately, something came up on his side and he couldn't make it today. But I still want to put something out for everybody out there. I was thinking of what I could possibly do last minute. I thought back to the video I saw earlier of Santi showing all of his stuff. I thought, well, I own a bunch of shit too, so maybe I could make a pretty decent video out of this thing. I am currently, like I said, completely surrounded by all of my, let's call them terrible financial decisions. A bunch of stuff is very sentimental to me. A bunch of it was gifts also, so it's not completely reckless spending, but still a bunch of reckless spending. So Santi in his video said that he was planning on clearing house, getting rid of a bunch of stuff. I have no such plans. If anything, I am going to do the complete opposite and continue building and building and building and building and building, pretty much until every single square inch of this room that I'm currently in is covered in wrestling crap. So I guess the first thing is to get started. I really don't know where to start, so I'm just gonna grab something, I guess, and show it to you guys. Calendar. It's always good to know what day of the year it is. It's always good to know what month we're in. It's always good to remember your birthday and your girlfriend's birthday, your boyfriend's birthday, whoever's birthday. And a calendar is the best way to do all of that. So I guess we can kind of go through a couple. Seth freaking Rollins in January. I don't remember. Oh, the Yeet Man. The greatest women's wrestler of all time, and it's not just me saying it. Everybody says it. Sports Illustrated says it. The Bleacher Report says it. So yeah, man, I saw this at Walmart, I want to say, back in January, and I just had to pick it up. It was pretty cheap too, so I was like, you know what? I always have a calendar anyways, and the funny part is, typically I buy my calendars in around December, but for some reason last year, I guess I didn't. So as I was walking through the calendar section, I saw that at Walmart, and I was like, all right, perfect. I had to grab it, so I did. And yep, usually I have it up on the wall somewhere right here, but again, I took it down for this video. I own a lot of figures. Maybe not compared to some people, but to me it's a lot. I think it's the most figures that I think I've ever owned. I'm just gonna go one by one, I guess. Usually I don't open them. I like to keep them in box and hang them up on the wall like that, unless they're the main event branded ones, just because those are kind of cheaper quality, they like to say. So yeah, I'll take those out of the box, kind of position them, put them on my desk or somewhere else. So the first one that I got right here is the OTC, Mr. Roman Reigns, and Mr. John Cena, and he's actually wearing one of his farewell tour shirts in this one. I really like this one. Both of these, again, I picked up at Walmart. They're both the main event branded ones, so I opened these. I have them on my desk, usually right in front of me. This is my newest pickup. I thought this one was really cool. I want to say this is around the time John Cena was kind of transitioning from the Doctor of Thugonomics into his more recent Goody Two Shoes character. But yeah, I saw this one at Target the other day, and I had to pick it up. Come on, you knew I had to get this one as soon as I saw it. Look at this thing. It's not focusing, but Invisible John Cena. You can't see him, dude. Come on. That one was really cool. That one was really, really hard to find. I had been looking for that one for a long time. And it wasn't until I went to a comic convention that somebody at one of the booths had them, and I had to pick them up. I spent a little more on that one than retail price, but come on. Kurt Angle with the Olympic gold medal right there. Damn, this thing's really not focusing. Oh well. There we go. His black singlet that he came out with at, was it 23? I believe WrestleMania 23. That's my favorite singlet that he's ever had. So as soon as I saw this one, I had to get it. And the best part, this bitch was on clearance. This one was actually the one that got me back into collecting figures. It was a gift from my baby mom, Cody Rhodes. I thought this one was really cool. This one, like I said, it was a birthday gift. I want to say on my 30th birthday. So a couple years ago at this point. But like I said, this is the one that got me into it. As soon as I got this one, I was like, fuck. Yeah, we're going to get back into this. When I was a kid, man, I had so many figures. But, you know, back then I used to open them all and play with them. I had, like, the Hell in a Cell thing, too. But, you know, and then I moved and I grew up and I ended up giving those away. You know, that's one of my big regrets, is giving those things away. I really, really wish I would have kept them. I used to have this one Undertaker figure that was my favorite figure that I had back then. And man, I can't find it anywhere now. I still remember exactly what it looks like, but it's so hard to like search for. So I don't know. Hopefully one day it crosses my path and I'll be able to pick it up. But man, I really regret that one. Another Roman. I thought this one was really cool. Comes with the gold undisputed, the Ulafala. I really like this one. This is probably like my top 3 favorite figures that I have in my collection. CM Punk. Eddie Guerrero. This one I got at a, I guess you could say like a resale store. It really wasn't too expensive. Luckily, he only marked it up a couple of bucks. Usually these figures go from anywhere from like $25 to $30. I want to say I picked this one up for $35. I really like this one. I wish this fucking camera would focus a little more. There we go. Look at that. The detail on this thing is crazy. I really love the shirt. Those pants look sick. Yeah, this is one of my favorite figures for sure. This one was also a gift. Kyrie. This was a Christmas gift actually from my sister. This was the day after Cody won his first world title. Let me see. Remember, he came out and Triple H gave him that title, and yeah, they were just kind of celebrating in the ring for a long while. The Yeet Man. I want to say this was a Walmart pickup too, but I really don't remember. I've had these for a little while now. I'm a huge Finn Balor fan, and I really hope that with the face turn that they have big things in store for him. But I really like this figure. I think I've seen more Finn Balor figures than I've seen of anybody else. Maybe mine is Jeff Hardy. And this is the only one I own. I really do want to pick up some more. But I really like this figure. Just the attention to detail on a lot of these is really cool. Jacob Fatu. Man, okay, so there's a story behind this one. So when this one was first coming out, I pre-ordered it on Amazon, I want to say. And I shit you not, it was probably on pre-order for maybe close to 4 or 5 months. And then one day they fucking canceled my order. And I was pissed, bro. And I was pissed for multiple reasons. One, they had me waiting for 5 months. But then on top of that, I had bought a second one as a gift for a friend of mine. And it was his birthday gift. His birthday was in June. They didn't cancel my order until sometime in like September. So I was pissed. And then maybe like, I don't know, 2-3 months later, kind of close to Christmas, I was at Walmart one day and boom, there it was. So I was like, man, I had to pick it up. So again, I grabbed 2 of them, one for me and one for my friend. This one I got at a convention also. I had been looking for a figure of her for a long time, and for some reason they're really hard to find. I think she only maybe has like 4 figures total, but this I believe is her first one. This is before the name change. This is when she was still Io Shirai. I really like this figure. Hopefully one day when I meet her again, I'll be able to get that one signed. I have a Nexus Punk. This one I picked up at Target. It was actually just there randomly one day. LA Knight. This one I want to say I got at that. No, not this one. This one I actually picked up at Ross. It's like $10. So it's like perfect condition too. I really, really like this one. There was like a couple more there, but they were all like really fucked up. Like the paint jobs on them were terrible. But that one actually came out pretty perfect. Here's LA Knight. This LA Knight is the one I picked up at that resale store. These are pretty cool. These were going pretty viral recently. There's 4 in the line. I was only able to find 3, unfortunately. These are the Dollar Tree exclusive ones. So this is Rock, Kevin Owens, and AJ Styles. The 4th one that's missing, unfortunately, is John Cena. I tried so hard to find him. I went to a bunch of different Dollar Trees. Never able to come across them. Even now, I'm still looking for them. And I actually think they're releasing another Dollar Tree line, so I'm gonna have to keep an eye out for those. These next ones were a Father's Day gift actually this past year, again from my baby mom. These are probably my favorite figures that I have. Again, I'm missing one in the line, unfortunately, but I have the other. Was it 5? So this is the TMNT crossover. So we got Kofi right here, Cody, Seth, Rey Mysterio, Roman Reigns. Dude, this fucking figure is so cool. This is my favorite figure that I have, for sure. I remember I was looking for this one for a long time, but the resale on this thing is insane. I want to say this one figure goes for upwards of $100, if not maybe a little bit more than that. And I couldn't justify paying that for a figure, right? But again, I was still looking everywhere because sometimes you could find like a good deal depending on where you're at, or whether you could find it at a convention or maybe even like a comic book store or something like that. But again, everywhere that I saw we were looking at close to $100, and I couldn't justify it. And I don't know what this woman did, but she was actually able to get all 5 of these for maybe a little bit more than that. So, oh man, I really, really, again, that line is just really cool. But that Roman Reigns in specific, man, that's my favorite one. So these next ones are the ones that they just started re-releasing back in November. They're the LJN Superstars. So I got a Dusty right here. Actually, I got 2 Dusties. Different cardboards that come with them. I'm trying to collect all of them, the blue and the blacks for all the figures. These are just really hard to find, man. I've seen like some Hulks and some Logans, but I really want to get the ones that I want the most first. So I have both Dusties already, and then I have this one John Cena. So right now I'm just looking for the blue backed one. So hopefully I could find that thing one day. And then once I find that one, then I'll get the other ones, like I said, the Logan and the Hulks. So for a little bit I was starting to collect the Topps cards. I don't know why. I've never really cared for trading cards, but for some reason when it came to wrestling, some of these are really cool, so I had to pick some of them up. Again, some of these I got at conventions. The other ones I got like as they were coming out. So this first one right here is John Cena turning on Cody at Elimination Chamber. So I really, really like this card. And then, so I got a few here. I got Asuka, black and white Io Sky. I have a few Io Skies. I don't know if you guys could tell, but this one was like my favorite wrestler. Io Sky. This one was really cool. Now obviously knowing what came with this, it kind of sucks. The Rock never coming back, and then Travis Scott becoming what Travis Scott became, but the card itself is still really cool. Again, some more Io Sky. This is when she retained at WrestleMania. This is Dom winning the IC at WrestleMania. This is when she beat Rhea on that Raw, like right after Elimination Chamber. Got another Dirty Dom. And I got a Kyrie. And I think that's it, yeah. So yeah, man, again, I don't know why it was that I started to collect these cards. I haven't collected since, pretty much since WrestleMania, this is the last year. You know, I don't know, maybe I'll get back into it, but nah, I won't hold my breath. These next batches of stuff, I really don't understand why it is that I buy them, but every time I see them, I kind of have to get them. Both of these things are, you know, these mystery packages things, where you spend a lot of money and you don't even know what the hell you're going to get. Luckily for this one, though, I was actually able to collect the entire first 2 series with no repeats. I am missing one from Series 2, though, and I'll get to that in a little bit, but I did see Series 3 was starting to drop. And I remember I saw it at Walmart the other day, and the first thing I thought about was like, fuck, not again. But, you know, me being me, we're going to start collecting those too. So it's actually the slap bands for all the title belts that, you know, they, like I said, there's 2 series now. So this is the current SmackDown Tag Team Championships. Got the current IC. NXT 2.0. I really like this belt. I know a lot of people didn't like this belt for some reason, but this was probably one of my favorite NXT belts. I really like the colors on it. Attitude Era IC. Current US title. Probably my favorite version of the US title. World Tag Teams on Raw. This is the Big Eagle. And the $1 Million Championship. And then on this side I got North American. This is like a Undertaker Legacy belt. Women's World title. World Heavyweight title. Undisputed title. This is the Roman Legacy belt. This one's fucking sick. I was really glad when I found this one. Like I said, dude, I went through all these with no repeats. I'm just missing one from Series 2, and then, like I said, I'm going to start collecting Series 3. Who do you guys associate with this belt? For me, it's The Rock. You know, he's the one that introduced it, but I want to know who you guys associate with it. I feel like, you know, there's John Cena had it for a little while too, so I'm wondering, like, again, who it is that you guys associate with this belt. And then the spinner. This collection wouldn't be complete without the spinner. I really love this one. The spinner belt is probably my favorite belt of all time, but again, that's just a product of the era that I grew up in. So again, this next batch is more of those mystery things. I am missing a few. I believe maybe 2 or 3 of them. This one I've gotten probably 100 fucking repeats. And I'm tired of buying them, but again, every time I see them, I have to buy them. It's not very often that I see them. They always seem to be sold out or just not in stock or whatever. But yeah, I really, really enjoy these things. So I don't actually know the exact names of them. I don't know if they have exact names, but it's these little tiny figures that come in those little gold WWE cases. I really like these things. I have no idea why. I just think they're cool to look at. They're cool to just kind of display. There was Randy. I got Cody. These things they're so ugly, but they're so cool. LA Knight. This was the first one that I got, and I remember looking at Logan's face, bro, and that is so scary. And I want to see if maybe I can get like a good... there we go. That is fucking terrifying, dude. CM Punk. This Rey Mysterio is pretty cool, I'm not going to lie. And I think he glows in the dark. I got Bianca. There we go. And then the top 2, the ones that I like the most. Roman Reigns and John Cena. So I think all I'm missing, I think there's a Jey Uso, and I know there's another John Cena and another Randy Orton. I think that's all I'm missing. Again, don't quote me 100%, but Yeah, I'll find those eventually. Hopefully, maybe. Next one, I've had these since the years they came out. So, fuck, we're looking at close to the newest one is 20 years old at this point, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I remember when I first got these, man, I was so excited, you know. And again, we're looking at, I would have been 9 or 10 at the time when I first got the first one. So the original SmackDown vs. Raw on PS2. I truly believe that the WWE games peaked with the SmackDown vs. Raw line. And I truly believe that it peaked with 2006. I don't think it gets any better than this. 2007 was good, but it wasn't as good as 2006. Don't even get me started on the fucking bullshit 2K games. They don't compare to SmackDown vs. Raw, and especially 2006. And then I got 2007. This was the last one that I ended up buying. I really wish I would have got 2008 because I know that one had the ECW connection to it. I still played them, even though I didn't have them. But yeah, man, like I said, to me, wrestling games in general peaked with these. I really, really wish that they would kind of go back to just this general formula. I'm so tired of the My Faction and the fucking My Rise and all that bullshit on the 2K games. Think times were just simpler, man. Next one, there's a piece of this missing. I know I have it somewhere. I just couldn't find it. For Money in the Bank last year. Come on, these are cool. I actually didn't buy these at Money in the Bank. These were actually a gift a little later on because I dressed up as John Cena for Halloween last year. So my baby mom bought these for me. So next, let's see. Oh my god, there's so much shit here. This one in specific is for Marvin, and I hope that motherfucker's watching right now because I know he's gonna love this one. Come on. You know we had to. Come on. I know you like that one, Marvin. These next two are pretty cool. Again, Money in the Bank. And this was from the final from when we went to Washington, D.C. I don't really wear these because my head is too damn big for these. So I have them on the wall, but I had to buy them. There was no way I couldn't. Same thing with these. Never ever going to use them. But I had to get them. So Money in the Bank again. Washington, D.C. So one little story here. One thing that I really, really regret is I went to the Raw debut last year for Netflix. And I remember thinking to myself, like, damn, I really want to get the John Cena farewell shirt. But that line was so long. And I had driven from Northern California all the way to Southern California that same day. And I was just tired. I wanted to go sit, and then even after the show, I was like, I want to go, I was staying at Marvin's house. I just want to go over there. I want to sit. I want to lay down. I don't want to stand in this damn line. So I didn't end up getting a shirt, and I really, really, like, my biggest regret in my life was not getting that fucking shirt. Especially because, I don't know if you guys knew, but that the actual shirts at the arena, it was, the regular farewell shirts, but then it had a little Netflix logo on the side of it that you can only get at the arena. Man, the resale on these things they're crazy, bro. They're charging $100 plus for one of these shirts, and I'm just not going to do that. So again, man, I really wish that I would have just stayed in line, sucked it up and fucking got one of those shirts. So since then, that's what I've been doing because I can't do that to myself again. This shirt I'm never gonna wear, but I had to buy it. Again, the farewell shirt from the John Cena Superstore in Washington, D.C. I really, really like this shirt a lot. But again, I'm never ever going to wear it. I might end up framing it at some point. More fell wear merch from Washington, D.C. As soon as I bought this one, this was the only jacket I wore for the rest of winter. And then this was a gift from a friend of mine. I don't deserve the friends I have, if I'm being honest, but I really love this jacket. Yeah, I've had this one for a couple of years now. It's definitely worn in, but geez, I love this. Like, even the front is so sick. I've never had more compliments on a piece of clothing that I own outside of this shirt, or this jacket, I mean. As you can see, I'm wearing a Rhea Ripley shirt. This is probably one of my newest pickups, I want to say. Got this one at Hot Topic. I just really like this shirt. And then the back even has some stuff on it, which is sick. I don't personally own any belts, unfortunately. It's just a little bit outside of my budget. Maybe one day soon, hopefully, maybe by the end of the year, I'll be able to pick one up. But, you know, priorities. I have a kid, so, you know, all of my money kind of filters toward him. I was actually able to pick one of these up, which I think is pretty cool. I honestly don't remember why I bought this. I bought this before I had a child. I bought this maybe like 3 years ago. And I think it was just because. But again, I really, really like this thing. And they don't sell these anymore, especially since they changed, you know, the belt to the gold one now. They don't really sell these anymore, so this is probably my favorite version of the big logo belt. I'm really glad that I was able to pick this one up. This is the bag from the John Cena Superstore in Washington, D.C. for his last match. I had to buy it. I think it was like $5. I was like, fuck it, just give that bag to me. Probably never going to use it again, but here I have it. Oh, and you know what? Going back to that conversation about regretting buying the John Cena shirt at the Netflix debut. One of the reasons I also didn't get it is because at some point during the show, I actually ended up on TV. And in my head, I was like, okay, well, people are going to know I was here because I can always just go back to the episode and show them like, hey, look, I'm right here. I was like behind Cody Rhodes when The Rock was talking to him.
Thank you, brother.
So again, in my head, I was like, you know what? I was on TV. That's better than the shirt. And I still fucking regret not getting that shirt. More toys. This was actually a Christmas gift to my son, but he's not even 2 yet, so I kept this bitch. It's not opened. I'm probably not going to open it. I don't know. Maybe someday. Marvin's supposed to come visit me soon, so maybe I'll open it then. But yeah, this thing's sick. I like this thing a lot. I mean, it's one of these. It's really cool. So now we're gonna move on to all of the t-shirts that I own. It's a pretty decent amount, honestly. I never had put them all together like in one spot until just now, and I didn't realize how many I actually had. But we're actually gonna start out with like 2 of the cutest fucking shirts you've probably ever seen in your life. These are my son's shirts. You know, I had to get him a Punk shirt, and this was actually a gift from Marvin to him. Come on, they're fucking cute. Come on, you can't deny that. Go to my big ass shirts, and we got a Stone Cold cutoff tee that I actually got from Target. I really like this shirt a lot, especially now that summer's coming back up. Yeah, you're gonna catch me in this one quite a lot. Culture Kings in the house. This one I bought actually online from Culture Kings. And shout out to Culture Kings, bro, because I ordered this, I want to say on a Monday. They shipped that shit to me the same day, and I had it by Tuesday. No extra shipping costs or nothing. So shout out to Culture Kings, because that's fucking clutch. Some more Culture Kings in the house. I really, really like their shirts. Their quality of their shirts are fucking great. Yeah, this one was a gift. I really like this shirt. Money in the Bank 2025. Washington, D.C. for the final match. I thought this shirt was fucking sick. This little video game, like retro. Yeah, I really like that shirt a lot. LA Knight. The love of my life. More Culture Kings in the house. By the way, this one I actually went to the store and picked up. Again, that fucking store is so cool. You guys, if you haven't been there, you guys need to go. This was from Shoe Palace, I want to say. Shoe Palace is cool, man, because sometimes you walk in there and they have like these crazy ass collabs, and every now and then you'll walk in there and the shirts are just like dirt cheap for some reason. I want to say I picked this one up for like $10. Classic CM Punk. You know we had to. And this one is actually a lot like the Rhea shirt that I'm wearing. Again, I got both of these the same day from Hot Topic, but I really like this shirt a lot. This is kind of what the back of my Rhea one looks like too, but except her logo and stuff. Yeah, I really like those. So that's all the shirts that I have. At least I think there might be another one or two somewhere around here, but I think that's it. So that's pretty much the entire collection. There is one more thing here that I do want to show you guys. I'm contemplating a little bit because there's a slight chance that I don't know all the rules to YouTube or to Instagram or TikTok or wherever this video is going to end up. So I don't want the shit to get taken down. I don't think it will, and I'm going to show it to you guys anyways, but I want to preface this by saying you know what? I just hope this doesn't get taken down. So for all the gooners out there, the real gooners out there, come on. R.I.P. Ashley. Candice Michelle, come on. Come on. You know we had to. Don't worry, I didn't get these back in 2006 when I was 12. I waited until I was of age, and that's when I came across those. So I don't need any judgments from anyone here. So yeah, that's pretty much my entire, I hope. Yeah, I think that's pretty much my entire wrestling collection. There's a couple other things. I have like 2K games, but they're purely digital, so obviously I can't physically show them to you. There's a bunch of stuff that I've bought for other people as well. Gifts that I've given personally. I've been to a bunch of shows that I don't have physical tickets for. I would love to show you guys, but they don't really do that anymore. But yeah, man, I love collecting, and I hope this collection continues to grow. Like I said, I'm not planning on getting rid of anything anytime soon. If anything, I'm going to keep buying and buying and buying, even though maybe I shouldn't. So yeah, I hope you guys like it. If you guys have any questions about anything that I've shown, or if you guys want to send us some stuff that you guys own, please feel free. If there's anything you guys are selling at a decent price, let me know. I might want to buy it. Oh, you know what? I did forget one thing, only because it's blocked here. Hold on. This is one of my favorite pieces. This is from SummerSlam this past year. Cody Cena 2. Cena's second 5-star match. I really like this one because it also has a piece of the canvas from the actual match right here. This was at number 304 of 500. Dude, again, shout out to my baby mom because she be hooking me up sometimes. But yeah, I really like this one. So that's my entire collection right there. At least everything that I was able to find. So again, if you guys, have anything you guys want to show us, or you have any questions about anything that I own, if you guys are selling stuff, please let me know. I'm always in the market. If you guys have belts that you want to donate, please. But other than that, that's it. So I'll catch you guys later. Peace.